Hi, I'm Patrick Flynn.
And I'm Amy Tepper. Thank you for tuning in to our third video in our series designed for leaders, coaches, and peers who are supporting teachers. If you have been tuning in, you know that Patrick and I have been putting together resources to support schools in shifting to online teaching and learning, especially as many of us will now remain out of school for the remainder of the year. So if you found this video through social media or YouTube, you may not know about our website. So be sure to jump on to tepperandflynn.com and our resource page. And when you scroll down, you'll see that we set up specific resources that are new during our school closures. And if you jump into documents and resources, you'll see our 4-part series that we've developed. And today our focus is going to be on part 2, seeing the shift as a progression. And if you scroll down, you will see our additional videos that we add to continuously.
We have found there are several lists for implementation available that are quite useful, but we wanted to create a tool that represented both the transition into a new environment during a stressful time and also a progression of learning for our students and for our teachers. Our stages will provide a foundation for feedback that feeds forward and will allow you to collaborate with your teachers to identify needs, entry points, and individualized support.
We want to be clear. These are not meant to be labels or boxes into which people fit or to be used for evaluation. Our intent is for leaders, coaches, and teachers to use our resources to provide feedback for growth. As we give each overview, you can begin to identify what is happening with your students and teachers and where you might need to begin.
You will see student behaviors or outcomes, ongoing teacher actions or ones that could help support students further in progressing, potential leader, coach, or peer actions, and align standards for guidance. You may have heard the phrase, we must Maslow before we can bloom. In this respect, stage 1 is called meeting basic needs because we know we cannot move forward and focus on learning if core needs, whether for the teacher or learners, are left unmet. But we also wanted to include other basic needs, like things happening in the home or tech challenges. You may also find teachers and students have moved out of stage 1 only to have a sudden change at home that causes a jump back. So we should always keep a pulse on what's happening related to this stage.
We decided stage 2 is about adapting the learning. We chose a graphic from our book, Learner Focused Feedback, that shows a cycle or progression of teacher action and impact on engagement and learning, beginning with just increasing student focus and attention. In stage 2, teachers and learners are beginning to adapt to their new environment. Teachers are taking actions that begin to influence the levels of participation and engagement, like using Zoom breakout groups or respond to needs that arise, like create a quick screencast resource. And students are beginning to follow routines, are comfortable with the expectations, and are participating or cognitively engaging at varying levels. In stage 3, we see an increase in engagement and deeper learning as appropriate for the learners, and the teacher is able to consider impact or the causes of increased or decreased engagement and learning in their virtual classrooms. Our concept of 5 focus areas from both our books, or those teaching practices that directly influence engagement and learning that are within a teacher's control, can now be used to support an analysis of learning and help a teacher to plan more purposefully, using tools, and to adjust proactively while also becoming more comfortable and adapting in the moment.
In stage 4, teachers, coaches, and administrators are coming together to discuss student performance and determine the strategies that are proving most effective. Teachers are collaboratively determining student needs and are able to plan deeper and more meaningful learning experiences for all learners. Teachers are ready and willing to learn from each other through a cycle of professional inquiry that supports professional learning through collaborative analysis of student outcomes, our 3-legged stool for student achievement. Remember, our tool and stages are meant to be a guide for you and your school to building a common understanding of where we are and where we are headed. Be sure to check out part 3 of our series, Building the Foundations of Feedback, to refine how leaders, coaches, and peers can collect more specific information about the teaching and learning and serve as a valuable second set of eyes for teachers. Remember, you can download all of our resources at our website, tepperandflynn.com.
We hope your families stay well and healthy.